What's going on? It's your boy Bowie here. Back at it with another video about the cameos. And this sort of serves as a part 2 to my previous video about cameos needing the chameleon treatment. Okay? This is not a repudiation of what I said. This is an expansion. Okay? Because I stand by everything that I said in that video. Although this time I want to try to see if I can say it more succinctly. Okay? So, my main points were this. Khameleon is the standard by which all the other cameos should be designed and elevated. Khameleon has, I guess technically she has 3 different types of cameos because the cameos fall into 4 main categories. The first category is what I call the combo starting cameos, which are cameos like Serena Glaive, okay, double Glaives I should say. These are cameos that do a move that impacts the neutral, and that neutral move starts combos anywhere on the screen. You see what I'm saying? More specifically, it starts combos from match distance, match start distance, which is very important because if you're out here trying to play neutral and Serena does that, it's a combo, right? So you have your combo starting cameos. You also have your combo extending cameos. A good example of that would be Sonya Square Wave. So a combo extender, it can be an ambush or it can be a summon. But an extender is a move that can help, you know, it does what it says. It extends combos. Now, as opposed to a combo starter, these do not initiate combos from within the neutral. So they are not a threat in the neutral. If Sonya does this, as long as you ain't jumping, you don't care that she did that. You know what I'm saying? This is another combo extender because if she's in the neutral, you don't care that she did that. As a matter of fact, you look at your opponent stupid for throwing this move out in the neutral like that. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of silly. This move is only a threat up close. And given the fact that it's negative on block, you only do it on a hit confirm. You know what I'm saying? So that's what you would do with something like that. So you have combo starters, you have combo extenders. You also have, if I may go back to Serena real quick, or Shao Kahn. You also have combo enders, which are single hitting attacks that are typically done after strings or after normals. They generally don't start combos. Usually they're summon attacks that send the opponent away. They're generally characterized by being safe on block. Some of them can even be plus. And they either knock the opponent down or away. You know what I'm saying? There's several cameos that fit that criteria, you know. And then last but not least, you have your projectiles. They're pretty self-explanatory, you know. The cameo shoots a projectile that hits the opponent from full screen. Now, some of these projectiles have special properties because... Oh. I thought I was Serena. Like, this is technically a projectile, but it also starts a combo, so I call it a combo starter rather than a projectile. This is a pure projectile here. This is a combo starter. You dig what I'm saying? So when I talk about projectile cameos, I'm talking about those that hit the opponent. Now, in some circumstances, they might lead to a combo on hit, but most of them don't. Okay? Unless done in very specific circumstances. So those are the 4 categories of cameos that I'm referring to right now. And those are the categories that NRS has basically designated. Now, obviously, there's further subcategories like ambush and summons. And for the purposes of this video, I'm not going to get into the merits of which one is better or what have you. Although it would benefit some of the cameos to be changed into ambushes from summons, but that's neither here nor there. Point is, you have your 4 categories of cameo: combo starters, combo extenders, projectiles, and combo enders. Now, the thing about Khameleon, if I may go to her real quick, is that Khameleon has every type of cameo with the exception of a combo ender. She doesn't have any combo enders at all. Okay? But the combo enders are very simple. Every combo ending cameo should be a fast charge. And what do I mean by that? You see Melina Sai and how quickly it recovers? Notice it recovers instantly and it recovers quickly. This is what I call a fast charge. So every fast charging cameo recharges about that quickly. And you'll notice that Serena's projectile has a very similar recharge rate. This is also a fast charge. So every projectile in the game, for the most part, is a fast charge. So Kung Lao hat, Serena forward glaive. I don't think Kameos is, though. His knives, I don't believe they are considered pure projectiles, and that's because they can grant a combo on hit. So I guess they would be considered combo starters. But if a cameo has a projectile, chances are it's a fast charge. I want combo enders to be fast charges. You see how Serena's is taking extra long to come back? That don't make no sense. This move is not that good to where the recharge rate should be so damn slow. It's not that damn good. It should come back just as quickly as this does. And there's already a combo ender in the game that recovers that fast. Jax. Jax has a projectile punch. It's not really a projectile, but it's like a wave punch. It's the same command as Serena's kick. And his shit recovers just as quickly as a projectile. So you can use it over and over again. And it's not a problem. It doesn't make him broken. It doesn't hurt the character. It doesn't make him stupid or anything like that. So by making these summon attacks, these summon combo enders fast charges, they would see a lot more use in block strings and things of that nature. You know, most of them aren't fast enough to be gapless, so that's good. But there'd be no harm in making those fast charges. Now, let me put Sonya on Khan. So yeah, it goes without saying that this is a combo starter. But I want you to notice how quickly it recharges. You know what I'm saying? So Tanya, well, Khameleon, I should say, can initiate a combo and do her thing. And the recharge rate is pretty fast. I would consider this to be the standard recharge rate. Every combo starting cameo should recharge at this rate. It should be a half bar, and it should regenerate at this rate right here. It takes about 10 seconds to fully come back. Every combo starting attack from a cameo should begin with this, or should have this rate. That even includes things like Sector's homing rockets, things like Darius's spin kick, which currently costs a whole ass bar. That even includes things like Cyrax's horizontal copter. Yes, I went there. But I'll talk more about those cameos momentarily, because it's very clear that some of the cameos are going to need to be nerfed if we're going to be, you know, adjusting their recharge rates to be more frequent. But anyway, combo starting cameo should be accessible. One of the key reasons why Khameleon is so good is not only does she have a whole bunch of ways to combo you, like this, and with Katana and Melina, you know what I'm saying? She can combo you with a whole myriad of different things. She has at least 3 combo starters. She has 3 combo starters, as a matter of fact. That's more than virtually every other cameo in the game, right? And that's okay. But what's good about these combo starters is that they're all fast. They all have that standard recharge rate. So once you use it, you don't have to be worried that you don't get to use it again. I want that same freedom for the rest of the cast in terms of the cameos. Okay? Now, I have Sonya and Khameleon on the screen for a reason. So they both have a move that hits airborne opponents. A combo extender. You see? So that hits people in the air. And then Shao Kahn's does the same thing. See? Or I should say Sonya's does the same thing. But I want you to look at the difference in recharge rate. So let me show you Khameleon first. No, actually, no. Let me show you Sonya first while I'm playing. So when Sonya does her square wave, look at that meter. Look at how it recharges right here. It pretty much has the standard recharge rate. Alright? Yet, when Khameleon does hers, look at how quickly it recovers. Look at this shit. It's already back. That's one of the things that makes Khameleon very good. She can do this multiple times, and it's just there. She can even do it twice in a combo, and it'll be back. So she can do hers twice, and it'll still recover faster than Sonya's. She could do her shit twice in the same time interval that Sonya's can do hers once. That's what makes Khameleon more compelling than someone like Sonya. I want that degree of freedom for Sonya and everybody else. So every combo extender should come back that quick. Now, there are some infamous combo extenders in this game. I guess some of them would be considered combo starters. I'm thinking namely Goro's up punch. You know what I'm saying? It's a threat in the neutral from match start distance. and it can initiate a combo, but typically it's more used as an extender. And so if it had that ridiculous recharge rate, it would need to be adjusted a lot. Well, maybe not a lot. It would just need some frames adjustments, but I'll talk about that in a moment. But combo extenders need to come back this quick. That way characters can use them more frequently in combos and come up with things that they can't currently do now, because that's what Khameleon can do, and she's fun and she's useful for that reason. You know what I'm saying? Then projectiles. I don't really need to talk about projectiles that much because they all pretty much have that fast recharge rate already, and there's not a whole bunch of them. So yeah, Sonya can just do this in the neutral and it comes back so that she can do it again. So any projectile cameo should have this. Now Sonya is unique because she can hold hers and then it acts as an ambush and it still comes back quick. That's great for her. We need that for her. That's good. But it's mainly the combo starters, the extenders, and the combo enders. So the combo enders and extenders need to be fast charges, just like this here. Meanwhile, combo starters, like that, need the standard recharge rate. Half a bar. They come back at that moderate pace. That way you can use it again by the time your combo's damn near over with. You know what I'm saying? That's what we need. That is what the cameos need. And I wish that I would have said this as quickly in my previous video. You know what I'm saying? Now, what I didn't talk about was why. Why do I want this? What would be the goal of this? Well, the goal of such changes is to allow more cameos and more pairs to become more competitively viable and therefore more common online at the hands of regular people. See, what happens is tournament players are not incentivized to try to experiment and play the wackiest, most creative teams they can come up with. They're incentivized to win by any means. And so if winning means that they pick the same cameo as everybody else, then damn it, that's what the hell they're gonna do. If they're gonna pick the very best cameos in the game and that's what it takes to win, they're gonna do that, right? They're doing this because they have no choice. Because if they're using anything subpar, it might be the difference between a top 8 and no money. But the problem with that is not even so much an issue with the tournament players, it's about those that imitate them. See, everybody else watches said tournament players and looks at combo videos and they're like, well, if they're using Khameleon, I'm gonna use Khameleon too. Instead of experimenting with Serena or Sonya or Darius or Sector, you know what I'm saying? And so by adding more cameos to that esteemed list of tournament regulars, you'll encourage more experimentation, you know? Also, Khameleon's just fun, dude. Like, when you use her, you have access to something all the time. And so you never have a situation where you're really caught lacking. Let me show you what I'm talking about with Sonya real quick. So with Sonya, if I do this in a combo, and then I turn around and shoot a projectile, notice I can't do a damn thing with her right now. Nothing. Now I can finally do something. But if I want to charge up my projectile again, I gotta wait for this bar to come all the way back. Now I can use a charged projectile. You see what I'm saying? And there's other cameo situations like that. So when you're playing Sonya, you got to make sure you do this first. You got to use the projectile before you decide to extend your combo. You have to. Because if you extend your combo first and then try to projectile, you're going to be assed out. And you can't even get the charged one that does 90 damage. You see that? See, Khameleon doesn't have those kind of restrictions. She can use every version of all of her moves pretty much no matter what. And even on the very rare instance where she's completely out of cameo bar, she's gonna get it back pretty fucking soon. You know what I'm saying? And she will have full access to her moves all over again. Sonya's not blessed like that. And it's not just a Sonya thing. All the other cameos, aside from maybe Janet, also have this same problem pretty much, where they use their cameos in the wrong order and suddenly they're assed out. You know what I'm saying? That's no good. That's no good. So Khameleon gets to have fun all the time because her recharge rates are well thought out and they're well positioned to where if you do, hold on, if you do this as Khameleon and then turn around and do this, that's not a problem because you just use 2 cameo moves and you can do a third one now if you want. You know what I'm saying? So a cameo like Khameleon can use her damn cameo 3 fucking times in a combo. She can do 3 cameo moves in the same combo. There's not many other cameos that can do that. You see what I'm saying? And it would be nice if she were not the only one. Again, this would help with cameo variety and viability. You know. And here's the thing. I've heard people say that Khameleon and Janet will eventually be nerfed. It's my hope that they don't get nerfed. They don't deserve to be nerfed just because all the rest of the cameos are too weak or are not compelling enough. They don't need to be brought down to everybody's level. No, everyone else needs to be brought up. Everyone else needs to be brought up because you have some cameos in this game that are one move cameos. Y'all know who I'm talking about. Goro, Kung Lao, Striker was one of those kind of cameos. There are cameos that are only good for one move, just one. And oftentimes it was because that move was the most accessible one. You know what I'm saying? It feels so weird using Tanya like this. But anyway. So Kung Lao's a perfect example. His hat was the fastest recharging cameo move that he had. And it still is. And because of that, well, not just that. Hat just also happened to be one of his very best moves too. You know, it was the best by a mile, and it came back fast. So what the hell would you ever use the spin or the teleport for unless you were like Liu Kang? You know what I'm saying? So my goal is to make those other moves more viable by making them more accessible. You see what I'm saying? Because the Kung Lao spin move is a great launcher. And yes, it has range, but it's a combo extender. It has to be done off of a string. Or you risk your life doing it in neutral, you know what I'm saying? That's a lovely wife back there. But, so we need more cameo moves to be accessible, like Khameleon's, because this shit here is strong as hell. And look how quickly it comes back. You know what I'm saying? Like, hold on, not random. This shit here is bananas. I don't even know what the fuck Tanya does off of that. You know what I'm saying? Like, this shit is strong as fuck. I'm sure I can get a combo from that. And as strong as this move is, look at how quickly it comes back. Because it's a combo extender. Hell, it can kind of be classified as a combo starter, to be real. Because you could, you know what I'm saying? You could do shit like jump kick into. But since the move itself doesn't do a combo, I can see why it's considered an extender. But point is, that move's strong as hell. And you see it so much because people can use it. We would see much more of other moves if they could use them. Look at Sector's homing missile. When was the last time you saw somebody use that shit on purpose as Sector? Never. You know why they don't use it? Because it costs a whole goddamn bar. Let's actually get to Sector real quick. Hold on. Let me show you some of these moves that need some help. So yeah, here I have two cameos that could be very, very good if their recharge rates were standardized. Look at this Darius move here. The shit is a whole bar. And look at that recharge rate. Look at that shit. That don't make no goddamn sense. Now you got the halfway and you still can't use it. You have to wait a damn... you gotta wait a year to use this move again. Is this move that fucking powerful? I don't think so. And then what about Sector? Same thing. Shit, his is even worse. Look at how long you gotta wait. Do you see people using these moves with these cameos? Do you even see people picking these cameos? The answer to that question is no and no. Those questions, I should say. Because those moves are too goddamn expensive for what they do. Both of them are combo starters. And they're both ambushes, but for them to be a whole bar means that they don't get used. That needs to change. They need to be a half bar with the standard recharge rate. Okay? That's what needs to happen with them. This move, this Sector move right here, being a half bar would instantly make Sector way stronger as a cameo. Instantly. Now, of course, you'd have to make some adjustments. It doesn't even say how negative it is. What the fuck? What's the frame date on that? Yeah, see, they gonna have to change this shit. This can't be no 118 on block for that bullshit. You know what I'm saying? It can't have the same exact frame data as the up rocket, though I sort of question the wisdom of this shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'd have to do the jump test to see, but whatever. Point is, this move's too expensive, and that's why people don't use it. It's too expensive. Making it half a bar with the standard recharge rate would instantly make Sector a much more used cameo. You know what I'm saying? Also, this move needs to be a fast charge. It kind of is already, a little bit. But it's still a little bit too slow for me. Really what happens is it recharges instantly. As soon as it's used, it's already starting to charge. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, it needs to be a quick charge. It's not so good to where it has to be held back. This move's pretty much good as it is. It's a combo starter. It works full screen. It's a mid. Strong as shit. You know what I'm saying? So that move's good. I wish it would launched a little bit higher, but whatever. But really, this is a dead move because it's too expensive. Chameleon doesn't have that problem. None of the other cameos should have that problem. Okay? The goal is to bring more cameos into the Janet and Khameleon tier. We don't need to nerf Janet. We don't need to nerf Khameleon. We need to make the other cameos more compelling. Now, having said that, I do realize that there are going to be there's going to be some cameo moves that will wind up becoming possibly ridiculous if they're much more accessible and nothing is done about their properties. So with Goro, for instance, oh, I'm playing a Striker here, my bad. So yeah, Striker. Well, I'll start with Striker. These shits here, look at this fucking recharge rate. Ridiculous. And I understand that NRS nerfed it because of how strong it was, but hell no, because now you don't even use Striker no more. No. The recharge rate needs to be standardized to be that 10 seconds like all the other combo starters. But this shit, these two shits, shouldn't hit grounded opponents. They should only hit airborne. That's what you do with that. And then it becomes a combo extender. You dig what I'm saying? These shouldn't do shit in the neutral unless you jump. That's how you fix that problem. Because obviously having motherfuckers do unsafe things into Striker, I get that it's part of the meta and I've defended that. But I've also seen where you can't even barely play neutral. You can't barely punish nobody because somebody can do some dumb shit and then just call this out. And if this is more accessible, this will be something that's very common. Too common. We don't need that. You know what I'm saying? So I would make these hit airborne opponents only. Increase their recharge time or recharge rate so that they're back in 10 seconds like all the other combo starters, but airborne only. Okay? Airborne only. The other way to nerf this would be you keep them mid, let them combo start on the ground, but they don't begin recharging until your combo's over with. So if you do something, hit the opponent and then combo into string, these shits don't begin to recharge until your combo's over with. And it still would recharge at that same 10-second standard rate. That might be the better nerf, honestly, of the two that I suggested. You know, I would want a similar thing for Goro. Well, so like for Goro, honestly, what I would do, I mean, he needs several things, but this punch, look at this shit. This is ridiculous. Too fucking slow. Same thing as Striker. If it launches into a combo or leads to a combo on hit, Goro doesn't begin recharging until combo's over with. You know what I'm saying? If the opponent blocks, then it begins to recharge immediately. Standard recharge rate. But of course, Goro needs this to be better. So honestly, this command grab needs to launch in multiple directions. And since it's a combo starter or a combo extender, it would come back quick. And this move needs an overhaul. This shit's bad. I mean, it's supposed to be 10 on block. But the problem with this move is it's slow as shit. It's slow as hell. Starts up in 32 frames. And there's not very many moves that have a cancel advantage that high on block. So that shit needs some help. Shit needs some help. Needs some help. And again, look at this stomp. You know why no one uses this move? Because it's too expensive. You see? Too expensive. It doesn't start a combo. This shit's a combo ender, is what it is. Now, it's unblockable. But there are other ways to balance this besides making it be a full goddamn bar and come back in 3 years. Fuck that. There are other ways to use this move intelligently or balance this move intelligently. I don't buy that this move is so powerful that it should take 23 goddamn seconds to come back, which is forever in a fighting game. Fuck that. Nah, we don't rock with that shit. So all in all, I want to bring all the cameos up to the level of Janet and Khameleon. Okay? And so thank you for hearing out my my full thoughts and changes to the cameos. I think the cameo system is a wonderful system, and I hope it returns in future MKs, though I hope it's not mandatory. I hope it's like a mode that's separate, you know what I'm saying? And then you have your typical one-on-one Mortal Kombat experience, you know what I'm saying? But they are a brilliant way to extend the viability of characters and give the same character vastly different kind of play styles and metas based on what kind of cameos are chosen. B&Bs are different, strategies are different, everything's different due to your cameos, and that leads to a lot of unexplored depth. And so that's why I'm riding so hard for these cameos, because I want them to have the variety and the fun factor that the rest of the cast does. You know what I'm saying? And we don't need to sacrifice Khameleon or Janet or the upcoming Movado cameo, who I'm sure will be amazing. We don't need to sacrifice none of them cameos to do it. You know what I'm saying? So I appreciate you guys for listening again, and comment, subscribe, do all the good stuff. You already know what it is. But with that being said, peace.